hear me, man? Can my chat hear me? Let's see. Is it showing that I'm live yet? Let's see, chat. Um, what's going on, man? Hope all y'all feeling good today. Hope all y'all, feeling great. Okay, yeah. So you can hear good. What's going on, man? Okay, cool. I'm just trying to see if this little mic working, chat. All right, let's get into it, man. It's the Master Key program. We in here, and yes, we are coming with a great session for y'all today, as usual. This is your daily dose of navigating the actual simulation that you are living in. All right, and this is what we got to understand, guys. We are definitely operating in a coded system, and this coded system operates through the data that you inputted with your thoughts, actions, and vibration. All right. Um, and so yeah, we're gonna dive in today, guys, and talk about a couple things. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. I appreciate everybody coming in and rocking with me, man. This is the Master Key program, and I am Jay Originator. Let's get Brittany in here. So, chat, yeah, we got a good one for you today. And shout out to everybody that's coming in, man. I appreciate all of y'all. You already know what time it is. Much love. And we got some good things we're gonna talk about today. All right, we're talking about um the upgrade and lesson system of the simulation. All right, there's so many times. What's good, sweet Starburst. Um, Nubia, what's up? How y'all doing? All my people that's coming in, my regulars. Shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all. So yo, today I'm doing good, sweet. So today what we talking about, we're gonna be looking at upgrades and lessons. All right, upgrades and lessons in the system. What does this mean? All right, how does this operate? Now, this life is based on what? Lessons. All right. We go through a lot of lessons, and I want you to see how these lessons um if you learn them and overcome or pass these tests, they're followed by upgrades. All right. um we're going to be looking into understanding the loading phase of life. A lot of you right now are undergoing what I call the loading phase, meaning you're probably in isolation, meaning, or you just feel like, yo, I'm stuck right now, I don't know, there's nothing going on for me. I'm trying to figure out what's good, love. I'm trying to figure out what can I do right now. I'm stuck. I just feel stuck. I just don't feel like anything's going my way. This is because you are in the loading phase. This is a post upgrade period. All right. This is you are about to come into your upgraded life. You got to understand what this loading phase looks like and why some very important things to do in when you're in this actual phase of life. This can be very important for you to really pull in the things that you want to. We're also going to look more into actively manifesting and pulling things from the conscious field. We're going to give that uh a actual something that you actual what technique that you can follow, all right, that you can use, sort of something that I put together for myself and how I think and how I actively pull things out the conscious realm. And then we're going to look into a little bit more of NPC behavior and simulation reactions, um, because at this time in life, chosen one, right now, uh, the matrix, because we are so our frequency has shifted so high. The matrix, the only tool that the matrix can like really use to get you now is like NPCs and the illusion of these NPCs. So we're gonna really tap into this and make sure you gain an understanding of that. Shout out to everybody that's joining us today on the Master Key program. We appreciate y'all, and let's get it in. So Brittany, you got anything you want to add to what we about to go over? Anything you want to say to the chat? We out here on YouTube. You want to shout them out? Let's get it in. Yo, shout out to all my people in the chat showing that love, man. Let me get some shout outs. Naari, Nubia, Starburst, Alexandria, KE, Shice AG, uh, Inexorable, man. Um, guys, shout out to all of y'all, man. Even the weirdos. Shout out to you too, bro. Even the weirdos. So, chat, as we understand, we are in the system, bro, and we trying to figure this thing out. So let's get into it, man. Let's really tap in to understanding how this simulation is really operating. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, chat. Let's see. What the hell? Let's see. Yo, Brittany, you here? You got anything you want to add? You got anything you want to add? I can't see if you said something. All right, guess not. So let's get it on. So Brittany, let's dive into the first topic for the day. All right, let's look at this reward upgrades and lesson systems of the simulation. All right, Brittany. Now let's look at the first topic of this. Right, lessons as frequency tests. All right, every challenge tests your current vibration. The simulation mirrors your weakest code to help you strengthen it. Lessons repeat until you understand what's going on. Now, guys, a lot of the lessons that we get into, right, in everyday life, right? These are uh follow these are entailed with relationships. uh you got relationship issues that constantly come, right? We get in these relationships and then we break up and we get in another one, and then the same, it's like we're dating the same person over and over again in different bodies, right? This is evidence that you have to understand that there is some type of lesson that you need to learn when it comes to this relationship thing, maybe the self-care, self-love, putting yourself first, things like that, right? um Even situations, right, where, like, if you got a gambling problem and you're constantly going and you're gambling, and every time you go in there you keep losing, right? When you need to be able to identify and see these lessons, right? And when you see these lessons, right, when you start to see these lessons or these patterns, you need to understand that, if you overcome or pass these tests, your life is followed with a massive upgrade. All right, guys, rewards in this life is real, right? Like, and I know this seems cliche, or maybe what's the word? Kind of crazy or weird. Thank you for joining. Shout out to my new member, Leah. Thank you. We appreciate you over here. All right, and I know it seems a little cliche, right? But you got to start looking at life as for what it is. You're in a simulation, right? You got to start looking at life for what it is. You're indeed in a game. You're in a simulation. You're in the matrix. And so this life comes with, when you pass a level, you get upgrades. Thank you so much, Desetta. Your videos get me through, my guy. I appreciate you. I do this for y'all, man. I love y'all so much, bro. Um, and guys, I appreciate all the praise that you guys give me and that you beautiful women give me. But I want to tell you, I'm only being used. I'm only being used by source. I'm just here doing this purpose. This ain't nothing that I had to try to do. This is something that was sprung on me, and I'm only being used. So when you see me, just know that this coming out the ether. All right, but let's get into that, Brittany. Let's talk about the reward and upgrade lesson system, right? How does this work? Shout out to the chat. Let's get into it, chat. Let's see. Let's see. So when we come up against these certain lessons and things in this life, chat, you gotta understand. If you pass the lesson, your life is going to upgrade. Let's see. If you pass the lesson, your life is going to upgrade. You gotta understand that. All right. Such as clouds, rock formations. Let's see. Let's talk about it.
Right, Jay. So here's how I see it. The reward, upgrade, and lesson system runs like an energetic algorithm in the simulation. Every single challenge you face is basically the simulation pinging you to see if your frequency is stable or still reactive. When you react, the code registers instability, meaning you haven't fully integrated that lesson yet. That's when the loop restarts.
Hold on.
The
What'd you say,
challenge you
Brittany?
face is basically the simulation pinging you to see if your frequency is stable or still reactive.
All right, guys. This reality is based upon mastery. You master being a human, you upgrade to the next level. All right. A lot of y'all, you so it's kind of different timing right now, right? We on different timing right now. And let me explain this. Let's dive back, right? Let's take a dive back, right? Because it's kind of different now, right? In the beginning, when we used to first come into this matrix, when we first came into this reality, it was about mastering being a human, and which was kind of easy. Mastering the physical back then because we didn't have all the challenges that we have now. You got to understand, right now, we are in the middle of a spiritual war that's going on in the conscious field. This is why you're constantly battling thoughts, feeling like you're battling yourself, feeling like you're battling a lot of things that's going on in your mind. Um, Feeling like you're just always in some type of battle, being pulled to something that you might not want to do, things like that, right? So we didn't have this influence of negative entities or things like that constantly trying to ping their self. And if you look at it from a religious standpoint, you didn't have the devil in your ear all the time back in those days, right? This was free reign. We came into the simulation to do what we do. Now we understand that we are indeed in the middle of a spiritual war. We came here, or a lot of us came back because we already ascended this. A couple of y'all already mastered being a human, and you chose to come back. Some of y'all, it's y'all first time being a human, but you only came here to lift to lift the frequency of the planet, right? So you know you gotta realize like, yo, boom, this shit wasn't the way that it is now. And in this life, when we're doing these actual in this life, when we have to learn how to master things, but it's not easy to master things in this life now because things are constantly testing you, right? So something that we don't have in the reality that we're from, we don't have emotions. This is why you get these emotion frequencies, because these are different frequencies: love, hate, all of this stuff carries a certain frequency through here. And when we say frequency, let's start looking at frequencies as power. All right, you can't see frequencies, but let's start looking at frequencies as power. Let's start seeing the love, right? You can't see it. You can't see the frequency of love, but you can actually see it in the physical, right? When somebody love you and you love somebody back, you can see it in the things that they do. You can see it in the things that you do. So you can see this actual frequency. You can't see it just like you can't see air, but you can see it in the things that's going on around you. It's like when somebody hates you, you can see it in how they treat you. All right. So we gotta start looking at frequency is as actual powers, right? Because excuse me, chat, it's actual powers, right? Because that's what they are. Yo, chat, thumb, drop a one in the chat. Can y'all still hear me through the mic? Put a one in the chat if you can still hear me through the mic, chat. I got these glasses on. They got a mic. All right. So yeah, so we got to start being able to look at frequencies as things that we have to master. These emotions aren't just emotions; these are actual powers. All right, understanding the reward system is understanding that you are here to master. You said it's kind of muffled, bro. Huh, let me take them off. Thank you so much. Y'all can hear me good now, right? 111s if you can hear me good. What's good, Gabriel? All right, much better. All right, cool, cool, cool. Let's go. Let's go. So, you know, guys, you got to understand, and understand that while you here, right, you have to master. You have to master these certain emotions and these certain things. All right? You can hear me better with the glasses? Let's see. Let's try it then. Hey, I'm going to just leave them on, chat. Bear with me. I feel like you can hear better with them too, though. I ain't going to lie. All right. All right. All right. So, yeah, we're going to keep them on. All right, all right, all right, all right. So, chat, let's really dive into it, right? I just want y'all to be able to hear me. So, understanding that these emotions are uh when you understand that these emotions are here for you to master, like you are here to master things, right? We understand what reality operates to us, right? We understand reality reacts to us, right? Right? Reality reacts to us. And so, what we know about when reality reacts to us, chat, how do we know this? The observer effect. All right, the observer effect says before observation, waves spread out over space and time. At the time of observation, particle localized space-time event. Right? Meaning we collapse reality with our observation. That's so reality is going to react to us. This is why we have to learn how to stop reacting to every single thing that comes our way. I want you to master that. All right. If you're watching this right now, I want you to say if you got a person in your life who they are they are some type of way, right? And they're in your life for a reason. You can't just get rid of them. Maybe this is your brother. Maybe this is your cousin. Well, not a cousin, but maybe this is like a mom or dad, somebody in your immediate family where you just can't get away from, or you just can't, you got to deal with them on an everyday basis, and they do little shit to piss you off. I need you to understand you have to overcome, right? You have to overcome the bullshit. You got to overcome. Don't give them a reaction to their bullshit. When they do little things, or when they be sarcastic, or whatever they do to push you to that edge where you like, oh, don't allow it. Just understand. This is how you gotta look at it. They were put in my life as a test. They were put in my life as a test. I have to pass this test. When I don't allow this person, right? When I don't allow this person, hey yo, Josh, I'm gonna have to mute you real quick, bro. You know what I'm saying? You off topic, gang. All right, just go fight, nigga. I don't gotta tell you how to do that. But this person is put in my life for a specific reason. All right, I have to pass this test. I have to see it. Understanding when you don't react to the shit that people saying, you are going to get a reward. You are going to upgrade. Keep going, Brittany.
When you react, the code registers instability, meaning you haven't fully integrated that lesson yet. That's when the loop restarts. But when you respond with awareness, calm, detached, higher vibration, the system recognizes the upgrade. That's when the reward sequence unlocks. And the reward doesn't always come as money or objects. Sometimes it's peace, sometimes it's clarity, sometimes it's access to higher timelines. Think of it like this: lesson equals frequency calibration. Upgrade equals system update. Reward equals expansion code unlocked. So when people wonder why they keep meeting the same type of person or facing the same financial blocks, it's because the simulation is asking, have you uploaded the new behavior file yet? Once that internal data changes, the simulation no longer needs to replay that same scenario.
What's good, love? So Chat, we gotta come to the understanding that yo, mastering our ourselves, mastering not letting people be able to get us out of our bodies and shit like that. We have to realize, yo, if we master this, if I don't let this person make me mad today, my frequency is gonna stay at the same shit. I'm gonna get a reward today in some form of fashion. Something that I want gonna go right. What's good, love? How you doing, Ari? Right? Something that I want is gonna go my way. If I do what I'm supposed to do, I would say, although I can hear you better with the glasses, Brittany sounds a little far away. Okay, okay, yeah. Hey, for telling me that, Nubia. I was wondering if y'all can hear Brittany. I gotta figure this little system out with those glasses. Cause I like the mic. Um, I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna make it so y'all can really tap in with me on those. I'm trying to get it some type of way, all right. But anyway, I'm gonna just leave them off for now, y'all. Y'all forgive me, all right. So just because I want y'all to hear Brittany, all right. I want y'all to hear Brittany, all right. So I'm gonna just leave them off. You're gonna be able to hear Brittany, all right. So guys, let's really tap in, right? Understand that when you don't let people get you out your body, this coming with a reward. And it's hey yo, it's kind of crazy, right? Because if you think about the Bible or the Quran or any of these major religions, right? Which we don't dwell in religion. We understand religion is not the teachings. Religion is the construct created by man to control and divide. Right? The teachings ain't nothing wrong with the teachings. It's just the construct of religion and the categorizing that makes religion a program. All right. Um, Also, all of that slave mentality that these archons, right, creative, yeah, you're right about that, brother. Right? This slave mentality that they want to make you a slave to source. Source doesn't want you to be his slave or her slave. First of all, how do you know source is a man? This is how you gotta understand all of this shit is man-made shit. Cause source is duality. It's everything. You dig what I'm saying? So source don't want you to be no motherfucking slave. All right. First and foremost, that's how we know that's foo-foo. So, but if you look into the Bible and things like that, chat, often there's always like something. If you overcome, you get a reward. You are being rewarded. Guys, you gotta realize there is a real live you gotta realize, chat, there is a real upgrade lessons or lesson and reward system in this simulation. And that shit is like this. When you are actively aware that you get upgraded or you get rewarded every time you overcome something or you don't allow something to affect you or make you react, you start to navigate this reality looking for ways to constantly upgrade. Think about video games. When you're playing video games, what are you doing? You're doing whatever you got to do to keep upgrading, to keep leveling up, to keep rewarding. That is the same way the simulation is, chat. When you understand that that you doing what you supposed to do and mastering this shit is going to give you upgrades. Oh, now, all right, bitch, I ain't feeding into your bullshit. All right, bro, I ain't got no. You good? Go ahead. Right? All right, yeah. Well, I'm not about to sit in this relationship. I understand this relationship not serving me. What am I doing? You start to maneuver in the way of, man, I gotta go get this upgrade. And once you start seeing this in your life, once you constantly are pulling this into your life, now you like, yo, I'm seeing this in real time. I'm seeing this on real. I'm seeing this. Man, I left that relationship. My career started going crazy. My career started going up. I broke up with that girl. I broke up with that dude. I walked away from that toxic shit. All of a sudden, new opportunities. all in my way. I'm making way more money. Oh, I don't let such and such get to me no more. I done mastered, I done overcame. I see that, I see her, or I see him, I see my mom, or I see my dad, I see my cousin, or I see the motherfuckers at work or the motherfuckers at school for the test that they are, and I no longer give them the reaction that they want to have. Boom, level up. Oh shit, somebody, I just got $500 out of nowhere. Somebody just, I'm getting money out of nowhere. When you start to understand and see life for what it is, as the rewards versus loop or lessons system that it has, that it carries, then you understand, oh shit, chat, what you gotta realize about life is, bro, this shit ain't random, bro. This is a system. It's like a game. And this is why games are so heavy. Right? When you learn how to play the game, you learn how to master the game, you go back and play it, you get all the upgrades real fast. This is how life is, chat. When you understand that you are moving through an active simulation for a purpose of mastery and to learn, now you start to engage with it in the way that it was meant to, for you to engage with it. You're looking for the reward. You're playing every day to find the upgrade. You are playing every day to advance, to level up. You are not just living days, just living. You are out actively looking for the upgrade. 111's in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Like, yo, when you go in the gym and you working it out, you are getting that's something that's gonna gain you an upgrade. When you figure, when you find little things to do, when you incorporate things into your loop, right? Because we understand how life works. Life is not just get up and go, right? Life ain't just get up and go, right? Right? Life is in the mind. Navigation is in the mind. Choices create, render events. So before you goddamn go and do something, you got to think about it first. Before you decide, yo, I need to find me a beautiful nature trail so I can start getting out in nature. You got to think about that first, and then later this is included into your navigation. Next thing you know, you found yourself at this actual place. We got to start learning how to navigate reality, chat. Hey, I love you too, Stephanie. Have a good day at work, sweetie. All right. Don't worry. You're going to get out that job soon. All right. So understand the reward, upgrade, and lesson system, right? Understand when you see yourself in these loops, there's a lesson or something that you need to learn. This can be something as simple as not reacting to someone anymore. This can be something as simple as not doing it, not indulging in something, not going somewhere with somebody, not talking to a person. When you see yourself in these loops, ask yourself, what is keeping me in this same loop? Why am I not going up? You feel what I'm saying? All right, Brittany, let's get into the loading phase. All right, the loading phase. Now, guys, how many of y'all right now are feeling like, yo, my life is at standstill right now? Right? My life is at a standstill right now. Like right now, I'm in isolation. I'm not going up. I'm not going down. I'm just at standstill. 111's in the chat. If you feel like you're in a standstill, you just feel like you've plateaued. Right? We're gonna talk about this. What you are going through is called the loading phase, post upgrade period of life. All right. A lot of you have you went through these situations. If you're finding yourself navigating the situations and the trials and tests, you have to navigate that. You have to look for the upgrade. Remember, look for the upgrade. Look for the lesson. Look for how to beat it. You are in a simulation. Your life is to be navigated. These things are not randomly happening to you. When you sit back and you look at everything as a simulation to be navigated, Then you start to maneuver the right way. Look for the upgrade. Look for the lessons. All right? Is none of that shit is random. All right. So you're finding yourself, you done made it through all these situations, whatever. You might have left a relationship, or you just at a point in time where it just feels like, yo, I am not going where I want to go. This could be, you could be working, you could be in school, you could be uh trying to drop content, right? And everything just seems to be like, yo, I'm at a standstill. All right, you are going through the loading phase. All right, you are going through the loading phase, the buffer between realities. When you upgrade, reality needs time to reload your external simulation. A lot of you have went through crazy fucking times in your life, right? If you finding yourself in that isolation, you are right where you supposed to be. You may feel stuck, but it's background code catching up. All right, now guys, what we understand is there's layers to this, right? We got the physical, we got the mental, we got the coded structure, we got the quantum field. Everything exists in the quantum field. But in order for that to get to these levels, chat, and for it to get to this physical, thanks, Jay, makes sense. I got you. For it to get to this physical, right? What you got to understand is things have to load. This reality is like it has to load in, chat. I know a lot of y'all see all these celebrities telling you, "Oh, my life changed overnight." That's because they fucking industry plans. You don't just wake up unless you go hit the lottery, which that shit rigged too. You don't just wake up and your life changed overnight. Thank you, One Love. I appreciate it. Right? So you got to understand that everything is coming with time. If you overcame a situation and you left it and you survived it, and you understand that your ego has died and you have upgraded into to a higher version of yourself, I'm telling you, your better future, your greater life is literally loading right now. You are not at a standstill. You got to understand things take time to fall into this life. Your new life is already here. Now, what do you do to make these things load faster? That is the question. Guys, when you are in your loading phase, when you are going from a lower version to yourself to a higher version to yourself. Some of y'all have been in loading phases for 1 or 2 years because you have not actively done the things that you needed to do to get out of the loading stage, right? Boom. You might be in a loading stage. You got all the opportunities to constantly put in work. You got all the opportunities to constantly figure out situations and things to do. How you doing, love? You might got all the time in the world to work out. Chat, you got to realize there are certain things in this loading stage that make it go faster. Go ahead and get your body in shape, right? You done upgraded to the higher version of yourself, right? Go ahead and start working out hard. Get your body in shape. That's gonna speed up that loading phase, right? Go ahead, you know, start working on your business. Some of y'all just sitting back. Yo, go ahead, open up your LLC. Get your business and shit up. Go ahead and get everything structured for your business. And then start implementing. Next thing you know, you start up the business, that shit start taking off. The loading phase was just waiting on you to get your business. It's already in your mind. It's already in your mind what you need to do to make the whatever's coming to you right now while you are sitting back, chilling. Oh, I need to do this. I need get it done. Remember, guys, we are in a coded system. Nothing comes to you that is not yours. Nothing is random. And the things, hold on, let me say that over. Let me re-say that. Anything that comes to your mind and yourself is telling you you need to do that, that is for you. You do it, you upgrade. Anything that comes into your mind that's stopping you from doing the things that you know that yourself is telling you that's gonna make you greater, right? That's an intrusive thought. Understand, overstand. This war is fought in the conscious field, chat. Your thoughts sometimes be attacks from your enemy. Sometimes your conscious field. This is why, bro. When you have understanding, awareness, I tell you, awareness open doors. If you don't know, right, awareness is a key. If you don't know that that door exists, you cannot go through that door. If you don't have awareness that it's a door underneath the rug in the floor, you'll just keep walking right over the door. You'll never look, and then all of a sudden, boom, somebody come in and move the rug, and they see, oh, it's a door right there. Let's open that motherfucker. Yo, Richie, you said something cool. I noticed buying more expensive things of better quality instead of saving money. When I buy, the money stays coming in. Right. And guys, this is why I make a loop every day to go buy me. Well, not every day, but every week I go buy me some nice shit because that keeps the money coming. Because when you do that, you are enforcing, bro. Everything in life is loops and repetition. The data that we feed our system is what we gonna get back. If you are constantly buying expensive, nice things, life is gonna make it so you have the money to keep doing it. It's called creating a healthy loop. All right, creating a healthy addiction. Life reinforces shit. Loop, loop, loop. So if you actively understand that life is reinforcing, do shit that you like to do. It's gonna reinforce it. So anyway, chat, when you understand, yo, awareness open up doors, bro. Awareness open up doors. When you know the conscious field exists, you have access to it. People are walking around not even understanding that thoughts is real things. This shit is the conscious field really fucking exists, bro. Motherfuckers just think that thoughts just come into their head. No, it's a whole battle up that motherfucker. So when you have awareness of these layers of reality, guess what happens? You gain access to these layers of reality. You gain access to be able to start doing things. Right? Right? I promise you. Exactly. This is my reinforcement. Wow, it works, guys. Listen to Jay. He is a young oracle. I be trying to give him the sauce, bro. I'm telling you, I be giving people sauce, and I know it seems like everything that I say or that I teach is opposite of everything that you've learned. But you got to realize you've learned to operate in the frequency of scarcity. When you understand that nothing can run out in this world, bro, nothing can run out. This world has been around for billions of years and ain't shit ran out. Ain't no such thing as scarcity. They print money every day. When you understand that there is no such thing as scarcity in this world, that's an illusion, bro. This shit be coming. Bro, you gotta really realize that the prison that you are in is not a prison that you can see. Your mind is in a prison with see-through bars that you cannot touch, but these bars are mental bars. When you understand that this world is mental, bro, then you can win. There ain't no such thing as shit running out. All right. Ain't no such thing as shit running out, chat. So when you have awareness that these places exist in reality, you gain access to them. When you gain access to the conscious field, you gotta understand these thoughts that's being sent in your mind when it's telling you, yo, Jay, you need to go to the gym. Yo, Jay, you need to find a place to start getting out in nature. You need to, yo, Jay, you need to start looking for this and start doing this. These are like gold checklists. This is like missions on games. If you go out and start doing the things that come to your mind, your life will upgrade. That loading phase that you are in will start to go faster, chat. Your good life is already here, but there's certain versions or certain things that you have to do to actually live it. Think about it. You want to be in your highest version of yourself. Your highest the highest you is in great shape. Everybody want to go to their highest timelines, but they don't want to take the steps to reach them. When you think about your highest timeline, you got to be real with yourself. What am I doing in my highest timeline? You're not going to access your highest timeline if you don't have the discipline to stop eating crazy ass meals at night, or stop gaining so much weight. Go ahead and take it serious. Start losing the weight because your higher self is in shape. Yo, think about what is my highest self doing right now? Your highest self is not addicted to certain drugs. So you are not going to get to your highest timeline doing certain shit. You feel me? Your highest self is not someone who is not controlling themselves sexually. You dig what I'm saying? So yo, I gotta stop diving in these girls so much. I gotta relax. I gotta focus. My higher self is focused on his career. My higher self is in the gym. My higher self is taking care of himself. My higher self is buying the things that he want to buy for himself. I gotta operate as my higher self already in this timeline. This is how I collapse the highest timeline. Yo, 111's in the chat. Somebody said, preach, bro. I need to hear this. For sure, I got you. All right. So this is why you're going through the loading phase. Brittany, what you want to say?
Exactly. Jay in the chat needs to really sit with that one, because that loading phase is where most people start to doubt the process. But what's really happening is the simulation buffering between the version of you that was and the version of you that's becoming. When you upgrade, your outer world can't instantly reflect the new code. The system has to recompile. Just like when you download a big update on your phone or your game console, that stuck feeling, that's just your old timeline uninstalling. A few key truths about the loading stage: stillness, stagnation. The matrix pauses movement to synchronize your new vibration. You might lose people, routines, or desires. That's not regression. It's the uninstall process finishing. The more aligned action you take, the faster it finishes. The field rewards motion that matches your new frequency. So if the chat feels like nothing's moving, that's the best sign. It means the upgrade did go through. The new version of your reality is literally loading in the background right now.
Chat, take the steps. If you're in that loading process right now and you feel like you ain't going nowhere, and it's like, damn, bro, I'm in isolation. I've been here for a minute. Start taking the steps. I don't give a fuck if something tells you, yo, it's time to move. Move to such and such. Move. I don't care if something tell, like, because this is how you're gonna collapse this timeline. What you gotta realize is, chat, there is no fucking coincidence. Opportunities ain't nothing that you gotta go out here and just, opportunities are already there. They're already attractive. You just gotta navigate and put yourself in position. Like sports, to be a scorer, you gotta know how to get to your spots. In the NFL, when a wide receiver go catch that touchdown, they have put themselves in position to get open. You gotta put yourself in position for this shit to fall into you. You gotta put yourself in position. You gotta get to your spot. That comes with steps. You find yourself in the loading process, listen to your mind. Your mind is telling you everything you need to do. Your mind is saying, yo, start that little business. Yo, start selling art. Start drawing. Start making jewelry. Yo, start cooking. Start selling plates. Yo, get you a lawnmower. It's time to open up your lawn business. Yo, your mind is telling you everything that you need to do. You just gotta go do it, chat. You just gotta listen. Sometimes we sit and we don't listen. We listen to everybody else except for ourselves. Not understanding that in this life, this shit is already done. It's like it's not hard. All it is, hear it, do it. It's done. And I know that sounds crazy, but yo, stop thinking that you gotta like be something to do something. Stop thinking that everything is this shit is not random, bro. This shit is already set up. It's a coded system. Your bad shit, when you lose, when you fuck up, that's already set up. The good shit, the upgrades, the opportunities, it's already out there. You just gotta go there to get it. It's just like when you playing a game, when you playing GTA, bro. You can't get to certain parts of storylines without doing certain shit. Like you can't get to that one mission or that story where you become rich or whatever, because you ain't did the other little shit to even access that actual mission or that actual part of the story. So when you understand that, bro, and you see your life like, damn, that opportunity is right there. All I gotta do is just put the steps. As soon as I do what I need to do, boom, that shit gonna fall right in my hands. You gonna be like, damn. Now when you understand with that, chat, this is when you get it. Yo, that loading phase be easy, man. And yo, chat, listen. Don't never get it twisted, right? When I be telling y'all like, yo, you gotta see life as a game. I understand that this is a game that is a serious, right? Life is serious. But at the end of the day, this is not the final destination, right? We understand that we are outside, we are from outside of this dimension, meaning that this is not our real world, right? This is just a place where we come and learn. So at the end of the day, this shit's serious because it's ascension, but it's not absolute. Hey yo, Brian, man, I gotta get you to shut the fuck up, bro, cause you just doing a lot of talking and wanting a lot of attention. You niggas be like girls, man. For real. Y'all niggas be wanting attentions and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why niggas like y'all make that DL challenge real. That's why it's going on, cause you niggas is like girls. Yo, but anyway, bro, like I'm saying, right? You gotta realize, man, and I love to embarrass these weird ass motherfuckers. But this is not absolute, chat. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't absolute. So stop thinking like, yo, this is the ultimate absolute. No, nigga, you just here for a lesson. This shit is supposed to be fun. When you understand that, chat, listen, y'all can look at me like I'm crazy as won't. I bet you I'll be a rich nigga by next year. But by the end of the year, by the end of next year, I bet y'all see me doing all types of shit. You know why? Cause I know what the fuck I'm doing. You don't have success like I'm having in life if you don't know what the fuck you do. And these people been stepping on me. These people been trying to keep me from I would have been blown. These people done keep taking my accounts, taking my accounts, taking my accounts. And I keep shaking back up like it's nothing. So you gotta understand, chat. I know what the fuck going on for real. The shit might seem like, yo, what, damn, you know what I'm saying? What is he saying? If you implement the shit that I tell you, you'll start seeing your life doing, uh, you'll start seeing your life automatically going. You'll start what I call flow state. This shit is a flow state, chat. Get your ass in flow state. It's always the motherfuckers laughing who ain't accomplishing shit in life. It's always people trying to tell you you crazy or you ain't this and you ain't that, and they ain't got shit. They just here. Fuck the noise. Fuck what them peons talking about. We understand 80 to 85% of these motherfuckers is just bots any fucking way. You see what I'm saying? Let them laugh. Let them think whatever. They still gonna be laughing and watching and doing shit while you out here living your best life, not worrying about money, not having to work. These motherfuckers trying to figure out how they gonna scheme this shit. You dig what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, chat, you know, when you gotta stop taking this shit so serious, bro. I understand why the Joker say why so serious. You gotta stop taking this shit like it's serious because you're here and you have to do it. It's not like you can't say, yo, I'm done and I don't want to do it. Pull the plug. No, you gonna reset. You gonna be wake right up and have to start over. That's why it's serious. But this is not the end, bro. Understand. This shit fall into your hands, man. This shit ain't, it's not like the world that we thought it was. It's not the world that we thought it was, man. You can literally, nothing can stop you. You can stop yourself. Nothing can stop you. Nothing. Nobody can say they gonna stop you. It's only if you allow it. Nothing has power to stop you from being great. Only if you allow it, chat. That's it. This shit is a sim, bro. You got all the power to do anything you want. The whole point is just knowing how to actually do the things that you want to do, knowing, understanding how to navigate, understanding how this works, understanding how it works. This system is not random at all. The only random thing in the system is you. Everything else is attracted and falls right into where it needs to be. Yo, chat, it's 1:30. Yo, shout out to everybody that tapped in with me. I appreciate y'all for joining up. We're gonna continue this later on. Um, and I hope you guys are watching and taking in this information. Shout out to everybody that's locked in. Yo, if it's your first time seeing me, make sure you hit that follow button. Stay tapped in. Subscribe, like if you like to. We appreciate all the support, all the likes, all the watching, all the engagement. Thank you so much. I do send that energy back to y'all. Yo, nothing can stop you, chat. This life is yours to make it what you want to make it. You just gotta understand that, like, I'm being honest, this shit is a game. Death ain't real because you never die. Your essence is eternal. When you stop taking this shit so serious, understand it's a game. Look for the upgrades, look for the ways to play it. Life ain't life. You ain't supposed to be spending 40 hours at a 9 to 5. That's NPC shit. You're not supposed to be at a 9 to 5 working for money when money is not real. Money is just energy that is attracted. You're not like, learn how to attract shit. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to go out here and make shit happen, right? And I'm not talking to everybody, because some of you niggas need to be in the job. Y'all motherfucking bots. Some of y'all motherfuckers, that's where y'all belong. That's where y'all need to be. Stay the fuck out the way. But I'm talking about to the actual active players and the souls. The niggas who can see the code. The women who can see this shit for what it is. Stop going to these jobs, man, because if you can see it for what it is, you can do what it, you can manifest and do it. If you can see the code, if you can see the patterns, you can handle it. But all you niggas, well, this is the realest thing to you, take your goddamn ass to work and get off the internet trolling. The fuck you ain't got a job for, nigga. All right, I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. Y'all have a good day.